Good morning, good morning. It's Ona and Giblets, your energy customer service reps from Chicago. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. It is the day we celebrate the vernal equinox, the first day of spring, the sun moving into Aries. It's an initiatory celebration, and it is about sending out the vibrations to us help the earth feed us for the rest of the year. So in the summer, when we're enjoying all the fruit, and when we're harvesting in the fall, it is because of what we did in the spring. So if you're new to the channel, I on the solstice and the equinox, I offer an egg up to the vibration of the upcoming season. It's back there behind me, and I crack it into water that is absorbing the energy of the egg, because eggs are absorptive, and I scry the white of the egg through the water, and I'll take pictures, and it's interesting, and really cool stuff comes up, and a really sort of loosely defined study on water. So I will get that ready and put that over here. I also have some cards. We'll see what this reading brings and what it's all about. Giblets didn't really want to get off my lap, so look, he stopped like I mentioned his name. So I am going to put him down so he can, so I can get this egg here, which I think he knows is coming his way. So just a little disclaimer, I worked last night, and I got to put you down, buddy. I'm all covered in your hair and everything now. I worked last night, and this morning, my shift ends at 7:30 in the morning. At 7:02, they call a code blue in the ICU. I get to the elevator, code blue canceled, ICU. Perfect. I'm like, oh God, I can't believe that happened. I go back to my office. My coworker is there. I'm giving her a report. They call a code blue again. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get home. This egg's been sitting out here overnight. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I said, do you want me to go? I'm willing to go up there if you feel like you need to get settled. And she goes, no, go ahead, go home. I'll go up there. Okay, so I'm on the road for an hour behind a tractor, okay, for like 2 miles when lanes merge into one on election day, when there's a 5-car pile up on the drive. It took me an hour to get home, and I've been up all night. I'm like, this is really hard. And I walk in, and we're voting in the lobby. I'm like, okay, let's vote. So I got this really cool sticker. I'm really tired. I just want to throw that in there. It's already been a heck of a day, and it is 10:46 a.m. I hope you got a chuckle out of that. Let me get the egg, and you might have to just tolerate a little bit of Giblet's heavy breathing while I'm doing this, because he is served the egg usually after I do these. So I think he's pretty excited about that. So I put this glass of water over the Goddess Ostara card. Okay, I don't have a printer anymore, so I couldn't print the chart out, but this is Easter. Notice her name is very close to Easter, and it's a lot of the same themes, a lot of the same colors, and you can translate the colors into crystals. Okay, before I live down here, and I hope I think we can get there today. What do you think, buddy? I would, before I even did ovomancy, I would write a note or a wish or a sigil or something on the shell of an egg and throw it in the lake. So I'm, again, an eggshell. I think we can execute that today if I don't just crash at some point. So let's do this and see what we've got. So this glass of water is just Brita filtered water, a little bit of salt, so the salination kind of tightens up the egg white, and the pictures will be more clear. That's all that does. And it's very room temperature, and I'm a little worried that it's gonna be funky. This was the one I put it out on the beach yesterday, so let's see what happens. Nope, looks good. These eggs are nice. Look at that. So as I'm driving and sitting through traffic behind a tractor, there's a lot of construction going on. You gotta forgive that. I ask, like, okay, I'm gonna tune into the vibe of this ovomancy. What is it that you're going to tune me into or give me a sign of? And I always get this in a smell or a taste and other stuff. So it was dust. That's what the feeling of the whole thing. I'm like, maybe not. So I roll up my window. Maybe it's just the outside air. It's dust, 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 dust. Even the coffee I drink, everything has got that feeling. So I don't really know what that means. Right now, this is just a launching pad for this whole thing. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. So it's really kind of funny. It's got the yolk has got these little fun ears. Okay, I don't really know what that means. But there's a really neat tangle in there that I want to just take pictures of and study. And if I'm full of dog hair, then it's his fault. He's starting to spring shed here. Let me get some pictures of this. So, lungs. Oh. Okay. This might be related to just that whole work thing that happened, because a code blue is a respiratory arrest. And that whole blue thing was coming in. I don't want to turn this because I don't want to shake that up a little at all. But it looks like lungs. So this is also probably a good time to discuss all that good stuff too, right? In the spring, people have issues with allergies, and because of all the weird weather we've had, viruses, fungal things, pollen doesn't stay dormant for as long as it should for your body to recover from the last season. So lungs, code blue, dust, allergies. I say it's more of and lungs in there, okay, related to the quality of the air and not the water. That's Gilbert's drinking his entire thing of water right now because he knows we're probably going to go OUT. I'm definitely going to stretch this out so I can take a better look, but it looks like, and I wish I could actually push this camera down, that a lot of the art that I've been doing is kind of showing up in this, and I think there's definitely a crossover because a lot of this is very neurogenerated, right? There is kind of a neat little tent in there too. That's very much a mushroom in there, and that's really funny that that's coming up. Oh my gosh, I can't move this. I have to take a picture of this whole idea, and that is part of the fungal family, and this is going to be a big year for mushrooms. I actually have this picture, morels, on the table there. Oh my god. That is something I did, and I'll hold it up. And I thought that had more to do with the full moon, because you know the full moon's coming up in Libra, and I thought, you know, relationship to the earth and the mycelium network and all that, but it translated into the egg. That's really funny. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see what I see. You're gonna see the mushroom. Oh my god. So water has intelligence. Eggs have intelligence that they can transfer, just like crystals transfer energy, right? And it definitely picked up on this. This is what I'm going to leave it with. I really don't want to disturb this at all because it'll just shake it up and show you this. This is one of the things I did, and I finished this on the 14th. And it's called Morels. And it was a night I really had a strong, like I could bite into a can of mushrooms right now and eat them with my fists. It was like I need to eat these before I lose myself. And I haven't. I've had regular mushrooms, but morels are way out of my price point. But that whole idea of how that translated, and this has been sitting out on there all night into the egg, into the water. And I want to say, if there's any segue into this full moon that's coming up on Sunday, this is a powerful, widget of time, I think. Is the Libra full moon is about relationships, and it is about how we network ourselves, and thinking about how intelligent mushrooms are and intelligent people are. Who's the smarter batch here, and who works better in a network, right? That's pretty funny. I want to just move it over so that I can shoot. Let's see if we can maybe hold it up a little bit. And you can kind of see, oh, it's starting to break up at the bottom of it there. Almost looks like a lily. Oh my god, that is so cool. That's cool. And that, if nothing else looks wonky, I'll get more pictures. Oh, it's floating down. And see if something else comes up, because this is sometimes you have to study these things, right? And so I'm going to see if there's anything else that comes up later in the pictures, and if it's not too disturbed, I'll get more pictures out of that. But I want to draw some cards. I want to do a starseed oracle. See, I don't even know where I left them. That's okay. We're going to do these cards here. I have the Angel deck, the Tarot deck of Angels, and this one I dedicated to my mom, who's an Aries, who was an Aries. The sun is moving into Aries tonight. The moon is moving into Leo today. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of fire. All right, let's pull like 3 cards for the spring equinox. There it is. Wow. Intense. Okay. It's, I don't really taste any mushroomy thing. It's really truly dust. First card is Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So, hanging fruit there, okay? Don't grab the low hanging fruit for God's sake. This is about resources. Okay? Your resources, thinking about your resources, having enough resources. And this is a time to initiate a plan for that in the Aries season. Ace of Cups. Very interesting. This could be like a love connection. This could be kind of emotional. Sometimes I get this card if a family member has some kind of emotional disorder or disturbance. So I do think about that every time I pull the Ace of Cups, even though it's like, it's a cool card, right? Maybe that's the water. That's the cup of water that's talking here. What's it saying? Five of Swords. So, what you initiate, you might want to think before you strike. Here. Don't pour all your pentacles into one cup. Okay. What's on the bottom? Oh, the Eight of Swords. Sure, because that's where you're going to end up. Right? Eight of Swords, so sort of bound, and the one underneath that is the Page of Swords. The sword lineup is air. So this is thought processes, this is Mercury retrograde in Aries. Okay. That's what I'm understanding now, is there might be some reflecting on what you just say without thinking twice. Maybe think twice before you just say stuff, or that might be part of the idea here. But all the swords reflect air, dust in the air, and maybe mushrooms. I don't know. I've been up for 24 hours kind of like reading. I'm not even really sure, but I know it'll all make sense and it'll all come together. So, the theme of this vernal equinox is, okay, yeah, I canceled my mammogram today because there's no way I'm going to be out there now. Working as a network, thinking of the best way to bring yourself forward is to network and with other people, or network within your own sanctuary, your own group, and I think that's a good thing. Queen of Pentacles is saying save your money, don't spend it on too much, because you might be selling chocolates on the corner there, and the air, I think, is representative of, just the words we choose to say out loud, that kind of thing. So that's interesting, and I don't even know what happened to the Starseed deck, because Giblets and I were moving around for a little bit, but you guys, I think that's kind of it. Nothing's really changed in here. Yeah, and that is kind of like the ovomancy thing, and I will put this together as best as I can, and I'm sure we'll see you down by the water a little bit later. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sticking in there while I'm just going on, but I'm really tired. Love you, and we'll see you soon.